about the deadlift. So this video, along with the back squat video, very important to watch a couple times. Make sure you know what you're doing. Those two movements, amazing movements for building strength, right? And strength, once you build a lot of strength, that will lead you to power, that will lead you to speed, quickness, etc., etc. So strength is a very, very crucial thing to build when you're training for any sport, but specifically lacrosse. But this is a movement, as well as the back squat, that you can mess up pretty easily. Okay, so pay attention, watch it a couple times, practice the movement so you know exactly what you're doing throughout the entire movement. Maybe have somebody watch you, just tell you what you look like, videotape it, but be very comfortable with what you're doing and how to do it before you add any weight. Okay, so it's down, you know you're moving right, your back's in a good position before you're adding weight, and then as you build the strength, you'll always know you have the movement down. Alright? Alright guys, so first thing we're going to talk about here is the setup. So when you're using a classic barbell, guys, this is the setup that we teach. Okay, so always make sure you're even. So the first thing you want to do is set up these feet evenly. So I always line them up. There are two perforated lines on the bar where all the perforated part of the bar begins. Set up your feet just inside of those lines. Okay, so they're even on each side. When I go down to grip the bar, I'm going to be nice and even. The bar will be even, in my hands throughout the whole move. Okay. Next thing you want to do, make sure that bar is right against your shins. Some of you guys, your hamstrings might be too tight, your hips might be too tight to really get in a good position on this. Don't force it. Work on the hamstrings, work on the hips, and then come back to the deadlift, okay? Set up those feet, bar right against the shins. The next thing I'm going to do, guys, without lowering my chest too far, without rounding my back, I'm going to basically shove my butt back like I do in a squat. So butt back, my chest is still up, and I'm going to come down, I'm going to grip with one hand right outside my leg, grip with the other hand, same position right outside my leg, and you can see how I'm set up here. My knees are slightly out, my hands are nice and even, my chest is up, my back is nice and straight, and I'm nice and even on the bar, okay? So that is your setup. And from here, the first thing you want to do is you initiate, right? First thing you do, pull back with your shoulders, and you tighten up your entire back and body. So when you pull those shoulders back, that tightens up your arms, that tightens up your grip on the bar. That's very important. Get tight first, and then we initiate the lift. So I'm going to get down, get set up, I'm going to get tight, and then I'm going to initiate the lift. I'm going to come all the way up, stand tall, and as I descend back down, butt goes back first, bar stays against my legs, going all the way to the ground. The most important thing on the ascent, guys, when you're set up on the side, make sure as you start to move the bar, it's not all rounding the back. I'm not picking my chest up first. I'm not shooting my butt first. What I'm doing, when my hip moves, my shoulders move. These are tied together. So my hip starts moving, my shoulders start moving. That will keep the angle of my back exactly at the place it started at throughout the whole movement. Once I get the bar to about knee level, that's when I'm going to start to push my hip forward and stand tall. Alright? Alright, so here's one rep from the side. So I'm going to get my feet set up. Bar right against my shins. I'm going to come down, grip the bar nice and even. Back's nice and straight. I'm going to pull my shoulders back so I'm nice and tight. And remember, my shoulders and my hips are staying together. Shoulders nice and tight. And I start driving through my legs, pushing my feet into the ground. And then once I hit those knees, that's when I'm standing all the way up. Back down, tap, come back up. Tap, come back up. Tap, come back up. And that's the deadlift, guys. So watch this a couple times. Make sure you're doing it right. Any questions, let us know in the comments. Shoot us a direct message on Instagram, whatever's easiest. Ask us questions, make sure you got the movement, and get after it, get a lot stronger. See you guys soon.